The UK has been grappling with a cost of living crisis. This crisis began in late 2021. Many things became more expensive. These included food, energy, and fuel. Families had less money to spend. This was because prices were rising faster than their incomes. The crisis has had a big impact on people's lives. Many are worried about money. They're cutting back on essentials. Some are struggling to pay their bills. The poorest households have been hit the hardest. While inflation has fallen from its peak, the cost of living remains high. This means that prices are still higher than they were before the crisis. Food prices in particular are expected to keep rising. The cost of living crisis is a complex problem. There is no easy solution. However, there are things that can be done to help people cope. Inflation is a big reason why the cost of living has gone up. Inflation is when prices for goods and services increase over time. When inflation is high, our money doesn't buy as much as it used to. In October 2022, inflation in the UK reached a peak of 11.1%. This means that prices were rising at their fastest rate in over 40 years. While inflation has come down since then, it is still higher than the Bank of England's target of 2%. Wage growth has also been a factor in the cost of living crisis. Wages are the money that people earn from working. When wages don't keep up with inflation, people have less money to spend. For a period of 20 months, wages did not grow as fast as inflation. This meant that people's incomes were effectively falling. While wages are now growing faster than inflation, many are still feeling the pinch. The UK government has introduced a number of measures to help people with the cost of living. These include grants to help with energy bills and payments to low-income households. In 2022, all households received a £400 energy bill grant. Low-income households received additional support, including a £650 cost of living payment. The government continued to provide support in 2023 and 2024. This included further cost of living payments and extensions to existing schemes. However, no new cost of living payments have been announced for 2025. While government support has been welcomed, it has not been enough to offset the rising cost of living for everyone. Many people are still struggling to make ends meet. There are also concerns about the long-term impact of the crisis. The cost of living crisis has highlighted a number of structural issues in the UK economy. These include high housing costs, low wage growth, and a lack of affordable childcare. These issues need to be addressed to create a fairer and more sustainable economy. The cost of living crisis can feel overwhelming. However, there are things you can do to take control of your finances and get support. Firstly, make a budget. This will help you to see where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back. There are many free budgeting apps and tools available online. Secondly, check if you are eligible for any benefits or grants. Many people are entitled to more support than they realize. You can use a benefits calculator to see what you could be claiming. Thirdly, contact your energy supplier, lender, or landlord if you are struggling to pay your bills. They may be able to offer you a payment plan or other support. Finally, remember that you are not alone. There are many organizations that can provide free and confidential advice on managing your money and accessing support. These include Citizens Advice, Step Change, and National Debt Line.